look, because the little bit of good news here is that at least this is a somewhat rural area where we have this storm right now. But moving off to the northwest at 30, so that would bring it into areas around Starnes just after 11:30. So that's just a couple of minutes from now, and then into some of these smaller communities up here in northwestern Livingston Parish, areas around Baywood. Keep an eye out on this. I think it will track north of Watson, and chances are, if we get something out of this, these are probably going to tend to be quick spin ups and quick spin downs. I would not expect anything to last that long, given the appearance on radar, but nonetheless, we do have this tornado warning that's been issued through noon for this cell. So let's go back to the traditional radar view, and I will loop this. And you can see it doesn't look all that impressive on the radar, right? But you can see how it's moving quickly up to the west-northwest. The more I look at this and look at the trajectory, this is probably going to even miss here northwestern Livingston Parish. Looks like it's more on a track that'll take it into southwestern St. Helena Parish. So we'll zoom in on that just a little bit and give you a look at some of the roads. So that would potentially have it crossing LA 449 here as you move north out of Livingston Parish into St. Helena, and then headed towards LA 16 here in southwestern St. Helena Parish. That's the area that would be under the gun for a possible tornado from this cell as it moves up to the northwest quickly at 30 miles per hour or better. That's what the National Weather Service has right now. Let me take a peek down, see if they have any updated information on this cell and on this warning. Do not see any particular updates on it at this moment. So if you are in this warning area, what you need to do is take shelter. You want to get to the lowest floor of whatever building you're in. Best to get to an interior room. Try to put as many walls between you and the exterior of the building as you can. Not a bad idea to grab something to cover up until the threat passes, just to be safe. But right now, tracking this cell in northeastern Livingston Parish with some radar indicated rotation, not a confirmed tornado, radar indicated rotation. So let's take a look at the velocity data once again. And as we look at the new imagery that's come in, again, not seeing anything terribly obvious. We're looking right about in here for the area of possible rotation. So that is, we'll put a measurement on this. So this area of possible rotation, just about 2 miles west of LA 43 here in northeastern Livingston Parish, and it's moving off to the northwest at about 30 miles per hour. So it takes it across mostly rural northern Livingston Parish, across the Livingston Parish line into St. Helena, maybe crossing LA 449 if it holds together, and it would be tracking closer to LA 16. In southwestern St. Helena as it moves up to the northeast. So let's give you a broader view on radar right now as we continue to keep an eye on that cell. Fairly isolated around the area right now. We have just a few of these tropical showers rolling through Metro Baton Rouge right now, but if this is a sign of things to come, if we're already getting some spin in the atmosphere right now, be ready for more of these potential quick hitting warnings through the day, even when radar doesn't look all that ominous or threatening. Now, it's certainly much more active along the coast. We are getting a pretty decent outer band from Laura right now, extending from, just south of Port Fourchon through Terrebonne Bay, the marshes of Terrebonne Parish, coastal St. Mary, extending up through Vermilion Bay into Vermilion Parish. And we do have a little more lightning showing up down that way. But right now, this is the only warning. And just to give you a look at Laura right now, we can pick it up on radar. There's the well-formed eye of Laura moving up to the northwest. It's going to continue up to the northwest throughout the day today. The big news, couple of big bits of news as I continue to keep an eye on the storm in Livingston Parish. Let's talk quickly about Laura. The big news with Laura this morning, a couple of things. Number one, it continues to get stronger. Number two, now forecast to potentially hit the coast as a Category 4. Category 4 hurricane potentially making landfall in Cameron Parish. That would be the strongest on record for Cameron Parish. The storm surge values increased as a result of this increase in intensity. And now from Rockefeller Wildlife Refuge west to Johnson Bayou in Cameron Parish, 15 to 20 feet of storm surge there. But I was just looking, it's going to be problematic well inland. So this is Calcasieu Lake here, and can you make out the thin line? That's Calcasieu Ship Channel. That helps funnel water right up into the city of Lake Charles, and new river forecast for the Calcasieu River in Lake Charles, forecasting that river to exceed the previous record from 1913, exceed that record by 2.5 feet. And it also has the water getting 6 feet higher than what was seen with Rita. I was in Lake Charles for Rita in 2005. There was some flooding near the lake. If we get 6 feet higher than that, that's a significant threat to the city of Lake Charles. So if you know anybody over that way, please make sure they're aware of that. All right, now that we've hit on Laura, let's come back to our tornado warning and see if we have any updated looks at it. Let me get the higher resolution radar up. So this cell is just southwest of Montpelier right now. The warning remains until noon. We'll take a look at the velocity scan on it. And right now, not seeing anything that really jumps out from it here. So again, what we would look for is to see some of the reds and greens showing up together, although we still see some hints of maybe a little weak rotation right in there. So that's going to be crossing the Livingston-St. Helena Parish line soon, and that will bring it close to LA 449 here as you head up closer, as you head up in the direction of Pine Grove. I don't know if we can get Pine Grove to pop up here on our map, but up in this direction. So that would be near and south of Pine Grove. But here is our rotation just southwest of Montpelier. Nothing confirmed out of this cell, but there was enough seen by our colleagues at the National Weather Service to go ahead and post that warning. So there is a look at the warning that remains in effect until noon. Let me take a glance down once again just to see. Looks like right now the Weather Service saying they're just going to continue that warning. They did remove that little sliver of East Baton Rouge Parish that was in it. They have to draw these polygons in software, and that was probably, they try to do their best sometimes to kind of follow the political boundaries. May have just been it clipped East Baton Rouge, and they didn't want it to do that. So right now, the warning remains in effect for Livingston and St. Helena until noon. The little bit of good news right now is that this is a somewhat rural area near the Livingston-St. Helena Parish line. And the other good news is we're not seeing strong rotation, but we're seeing some showing up. All right, here we go. Now right along the parish line. You know what, guys, since we're not getting anything obvious out of this right now and the governor's speaking, I think we will go to the governor with a live update on Laura preps and the storm. If I see anything that jumps out at me, I'll cut back in and let you know if anything is critical. So right now, let's join Governor John Bel Edwards live with an update on Laura.
With us here is a meteorologist in charge of the New Orleans office. And then you'll also hear from Dr.